Welcome to the 11th episode of Realtalk with Claudia. This is your self-development hub. You know, we talk about all things mindfulness, self-development, core values, community values, anything that is helping us become better individuals. And I am super excited about today's episode because we have our first ever female guest in the podcast. And you'll be definitely looking forward to meet this guest. Now, allow me to do a brief intro on her. She is a Chief Operations Officer at her local digital marketing and AI agency. She has, and they're changing the landscape when it comes to digital marketing, data-driven storytelling, AI integration, and authentic content creation. And our guest is involved in youth development, in creating inclusive tech spaces. And when you thought I was just done, no, I have just begun. I have an entire CV. Our guest, guys, has been the moderator at the 4th Eswatini Institutional Investors Forum, has been a host of AI and data analytics webinars for out-of-school youth. She has partnered at the Human Capital Management in the Age of AI Masterclass. She has been engaged working with reputable organizations or events as the Mlaula Campfire Festival, the Sibebe Survivor Challenge, Market Lounge Expo, ALF SZ Border to Border Cycle Tour, and we're not done. There's still certification that's coming that is in progress in financial planning and wealth management. And now get to meet our one and only. How would you like for me to call you? Manto or Ndogozo?
At this point, I don't know. I think Ndogozo works, but Manto works either way, really.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's okay. We all have double personalities because we're brands and also we're citizens. So there's the certificate name, which is Ndogozo Mngadi, and then Manto Ndusi, which she is on Instagram. And look, super excited to be having you. You know, people who tune in into Real Talk with Claudia are people who are keen on self-development, who are keen on having a global mindset, who are keen on aligning their actions, you know, and just really shaping their future as well. So we truly appreciate you making the time to join us here today to have these inspirational conversations. So before we just go any further, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh my goodness, you've done a great job. I wasn't even going to say that. Thank you so much for having me. I am Ndogozo Mngadi. I am Manto Ndusi. I don't really know how to introduce myself because you've done so well. But yes, I am the COO of Stratcom group now. Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Okay, that's all right. I think the audience is going to get to know you better as we continue to have a conversation. Please. And look, you studied sociology, right?
Yes, I did.
How do you move to tech and AI?
I don't know. Maybe I think I like people. I like how they interact. So when this position came, I felt, oh, okay. I didn't really forego your sociology or HR because I did sociology by the background in HR. Mm-hmm. So when I started the role, I was managing partner, but I had to do HR tasks. And then, you know, digital things started happening and I felt oh no, actually this is something that I can jump on fully. So that's when I started the digital education. I was UNESCO AI Academy doing their generative AI for educators program. So I think it's just a passion that just keeps building really based on my interests currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So just to get a clear picture, when it comes to this whole AI thing and the chief operations at it, are you the one, do you literally do the tech stuff, AI on the laptop and all that? Or which part exactly do you coordinate?
Mostly everything.
Yeah.
My operations. So the automation, the chatbots.
Yeah.
We partnered with a UK company to offer AI integration solutions to Eswatini. So we are their hub in the country. So he carries them. It's based in UK. So that's the part here, AI integration. There's also social media management that we do for clients. So we also do that. When the company started, we were lean in the team. So we were pretty much hands-on on everything, like all of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do that. I use the tools. I do the posters sometimes. I was doing the birthday poster today, this morning. So it's one of those things. Like I think the work is interrelated in a way. So we all do everything. It's Nema peer-to-peer training where you tell us how you've used Canva, how you've used ChatGPT in the week, all that. So full on AI house.
Look, my lower mouth dropped because I'm like, what? And you know, it's so super exciting to look. I feel so lucky to live at such an era where we get, because tech and those kinds of things we normally associate, they seem to be like more male dominated. So to come across women who are just speaking this language, it's just so tantalizing, if that's the right word to use. So you describe yourself as tech savvy. Yeah,
basically. I guess I'd like to believe.
Yeah.
Near my extremes, just like anything else, you know, but I think I am. I should be.
All right. And why AI? Why digital marketing, especially for Africa, especially for Eswatini? How do you see this helping Africa?
It's always been a gap in the market. You know, like just a simple thing as like you're a brand, right? And so now your content goes to every other place. It's just like leveling the entrance sort of situation. Which you can be in Eswatini and still reach global markets.
Yeah.
So I think for me, and I believe it's also like the vision, Stratcom, to say, don't just have like local champion mentality, like be global in being a brand, in your services, in your offering. Just be global. Like now, I would say, how many podcasts do you know or do you get inspiration from? You shouldn't be counting Eswatini, not in the sense that you belittle, but in the sense that you see yourself as podcast and chill situation. You see yourself as, you know, like it should be that mindset for all of us. I'm not, oh my God. Okay, but yeah, I'm just saying it's just that advantage. Technology comes with that. We can all be global players. That's literally just the chat.
All right. Okay. So what kinds of people come to Stratcom, and when they get there, what happens? Just, does Claudia as an individual come to Stratcom and say, okay, I want to grow my social media, or I need advice, or can a company like Swaz Mobile come to Stratcom and say, we want to increase our digital footprint? How does it go? What happens? Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for asking that. We have social media management services. So we do that for brands. And by brands, I mean you as an individual. Honorable Banban or CEO of Wewe, or Claudia as myself, you want to get your brand out there.
Yeah.
So we do it for companies, we do it for individuals, and then we do it for events mostly. That's why Bobala Bomlaula and then because then we take on like a digital marketing campaign. We run through, you say you want the likes, conversion rates, the likes should be equal to the people that are actually coming through the door. So then we work on sender SEO audit.
Yes.
How easy is it for people to find Realtalk with Claudia?
Yeah.
How easy is it for them to get any information about you? And then we offer you a template based on that to say, this is what we find and this is what we can do for you. So then we run your social media. We manage your social media, or we sell you the templates, or really anything, the posters. Yeah, we manage accounts for clients and then post their content on their behalf.
Okay, create brand aligned content. Create an
Everything.
entire brand.
Yes, all together. Like an extension of your marketing, really.
So, for an example, for Claudia, because you have the data, you see the demographics, would you also be like, oh, Claudia, this is your demographic, this is how you should be curating your content?
Post more content like this that is in line with this, because there's posting times.
Yeah.
There's posting.
Guys, you do that for Eswatini, like you.
For Eswatini, yes. There's posting times, and you know, like this thing is so weird because the clients come back and say, like, we've been posting, but what is so different? And it's like, no, we use AI to actually tell us when your people want to hear from you. If you post at 7 a.m. and I post at 7 a.m., it's not going to be the same thing because your audience knows you to be up at 7. Because also at the same time, when you create content, it has to be realistic. It has to be authentic.
Yeah.
I'm not going to maybe come here and start talking about podcasts. People don't see me do that.
Yeah.
Then that's where the issue of a person has 1,000 followers or whatever amount, and then they only get 2 likes. Because now your audience can't relate to that. People want to see you do what they know you doing. Like, no games, no gimmicks. Oh my goodness. I feel like this is a lecture room.
I'm just like, guys, I need everyone who's following me to be doing the things, so when I'm like, okay, all right. And do you feel like you have any competitors at the moment? Because, AI is practically like a newish thing. Do you have competitors at the moment in the industry?
Of course, with marketing agencies, but okay, I think for me, and I know this like is probably cliche, I don't believe in competitors. I think collaboration. So if I see that you're somewhere I want to be, instead of hating on you, I'm going to partner with you so I can learn something from you, and that way we join and it becomes better. So I collaborate more. I wouldn't really say there's competitors. There are people that we already found being agencies doing what we do, because what we do isn't really as out there, but we just use AI to offer marketing services and drive AI-powered solutions really for different brands. So competition, yes, with every other organization. I mean, unfortunately, because it's tech, you need to first educate the market.
Yeah.
AI is not here to take your job, and this is a conversation that you need to do every time.
You believe that? You believe that?
That is not going to take anyone's job.
Yeah?
It won't. It's
Babe,
I'm serious. It's going to enhance your job. You know what? The one thing humans have is creativity. You can never replace that with anything. So AI is just to make sure we are, like I told you, make sure your content, your posts, your work is global standard. It's not going to take your job. It's especially in Africa, it's going to be a while. It's just tech. It's not in the future. It's now just make use of it, because it's not going anywhere, unfortunately.
It's interesting that you talk about educating the people. When you introduce something, you have to educate the people. And having studied sociology, and it has to do with studying human behavior, is there anything that you feel like translated from that to the role that you currently have right now, especially with people adopting this? How is the response?
Resistance, fear, but resistance based on fear. Change is a very uncomfortable thing. So usually when there's change, people never really know how to grasp it, how to use it. We always feel like, I know, no, it's just a hype, it'll die down, yabo. And then it stays.
So people are hoping it dies down.
And then it stays. Now you have issues, you then have possible issues of never even existing. Yabo. Companies affected by COVID are so many, even SMEs, SME level. Yabo. And now is an era of don't rent, just operate from your studio at home or whatever. Don't, the market isn't the same anymore, because people, I don't even remember the last time I actually went to a clothing shop. There's Shein, there's Nemarana. So it's all those things that are brought about by technology that we just nothing is dying down. Instead, it's just evolving.
So personally, when you don't have any fears about AI?
Not much. I am worried, obviously, about the ethical use of it. Nasendale generative AI course with UNESCO AI Academy, Begnalama reservations law. Kids now, this other time, kids are talking ChatGPT. And you understand it's not low level, because now if your child has an iPhone or a smartphone rather, they have access to these technologies. And when as a teacher, you need to continuously upskill yourself, because they're going to bring in assignments and you won't even know could see they used ChatGPT or they used whatever AI tool. So I think my fear is really on that, like the frameworks that are actually going to make sure what our data is protected or people's data is protected, and also just the ethical use of it. No videos of presidents or ministers saying one thing when they never said that. So it's just those fears. But in terms of work, shouldn't be worried. You shouldn't be
So
worried.
for the academies at school, what are you piloting? Who exactly are you targeting, helping, and how exactly are you helping them? Are you like helping them with prompting on ChatGPT, things like that?
Okay, now say fundzisa like with the community-based programs, what we do is start an introduction to digital marketing and AI. How do you use it? What do you, just the introductory part of it. There's obviously trainings that are in depth. We talk your data analytics, how to read the data and stuff. But now Setikolweni is strictly just saying careers that you can use. That you can pick that are going to be needed in the future. So it's along that template to say, if you're choosing HR, be fit with this so that you are competitive. If you choose marketing, be fit with digital marketing so that you're competitive. So we try understand. Unfortunately, training is based on the skills needs assessment. What do the people need? A conversation for a school like Sfunzani in Baban, where people have access to this, is different from a conversation down south or wherever. Example, in that regard. So we are okay, let's go. Because also when you talk technology, now you're talking gadgets, the infrastructure. Does the school even have a computer lab? So the conversation like with time, yeah.
And do you think currently the government, the institutions are meeting you guys halfway with this kind of education and introduction to these kinds of conversations?
Thank you. I think the government is picking up, and like private sector also, because most of these things just require us to collaborate. So I know ESCOM is also doing trainings as well. SEDCO also has, UNESCO also has, like from time to time. Obviously, being the same thing all the time, but I think it's there. The Ministry of ICT has been hosting for the past year so many face-to-face trainings, so many women in STEM not so long ago. So I think it's there. It's something that we need to build upon. And Jobang Shito, digital infrastructure, we need better connectivity. We need cheaper networks. We need yabo tonke leting for it. And the digital tools, it's not like it's going to take a while.
Yeah. Actually, that was my follow-up question. How long do you see this taking? And the other thing, Vele, is about the internet. The amount I spend on internet personally, I feel like it's ridiculous. So I was telling the team the other week, I spend 1.5, and sometimes it's not even gonna last, and I feel sad Gusinja MTN doesn't have unlimited Wi-Fi anymore, so I spend about 1.5 on data that people that I live or visit, even like of South Africa, they spend 500 and they have unlimited internet that is even has faster connectivity. So it's really saddening, and it's like, okay, we want progress, but one of the fastest ways to have a growing population is through having internet, providing internet. It must be affordable, it must be good connectivity. And then, as you also spoke on access on tech, so given that, how do you see, how much time do you think we have until we get to a space where we're comfortable, where everyone...
I think if we work together, it will be faster. Gakulu, like private sector has to partner with government, because some of these things are not like as immediate. And it's not even Eswatini government, any government, So the partner, the private sector, partneration with government, it's easier to bring these solutions. naba partnership na like there's also the commission. It partners with what's this private sector. So by offering Shalom training school is also for us to go on. There's the infrastructure part, there's also the education part. And then the education part depends if I frameworks that are there like to protect our data. So I don't think there's a time frame to it. It's just to say the ball is already rolling. Let's get on with it. And partnerships really go out 10 years, 2 years, a month. Yeah.
Oh,
no reception yet. I mean,
the
population yet will not even half of us use the internet. So acknowledging for later as well. So yeah.
And I don't know, so far it's not a lot of people are using the internet, and it's a bit sad because we're already a small population. And if we don't have the numbers nale kule internet, it begs the question, how does it really even encourage individuals and companies to invest fully in the digital marketing landscape? Because maybe vele nale target audience yabo ayikho nalapha internet, so maybe my billboards, radio, TV is still the best forms. So now compare so far, how is it going?
I think with that, print media is still there, radio is still there. There's still the unfortunate thing about technology is when utozama kuibamba and let go of the traditional ways of doing it, you lose some of your people. And yes, there's people that still listen to the radio. I also listen to the radio, watch TV. But nyalo sekne chance ukuthi sibukele Swazi TV on YouTube. Yabo ukuthi say we've moved to that. We've moved to parts where companies keep us updated. So I think mostly lengagusho is it's here to enhance, not read of anything. Let's continue with the newspapers. Let's continue. Obviously, to downscale in terms of a production. Angek safana ngiyabekisa nangabe style printer 30,000 we my newspaper ngelanga. Bamfuse ba digital nyalo. They have access to nasingena la Facebook. Utobona so many. You literally read what is happening in Gandolo wherever. So you then reduce. Nangabe solo printer 30. Still printer 10 because 20,000 of our followers are now like online or have access to, So I think it's working with it, making sure you don't really let go of whatever was working before.
Okay. All right. Just maybe to step a little bit aside, to say, we're talking of digital marketing, we're integrating AI, konke logo. Ngifuna nje ukusho ukuthi shothi akunciphe nalokuthi maku approach wale ema creatives nan to exposure kuphela.
Oh, definitely. I think inyalo it's inconsiderate to promise people exposure, because you're promising me exposure but ngitholwe nguwe sort of situation. Does it make sense? Like you found me but you want to give me exposure. So what are you exposing me to? Like So I think it's not axiyo info legahle. Let's pay. We have creators link. Let's just pay creators. Ow. Do you know how much work? Time.
Le data. Lo organizer. Now curator for your audience.
People even rent out space to make sure content is good. People get cinematographers, videographers, clothes, makeup, and then you say exposure. Like no, like
I'm the one who will be exposing you. I'm exposing you, not the other way around. I'm already exposed. You came to me because I'm exposed.
I'm exposed. Like exposure. Just know they just trying to play with you because back to like that's always like my question. How did you find me then if you feel like I still need exposure?
Yeah.
And go out nyalo to promise people exposure, honestly.
So companies must be setting aside budgets for working with influencers, creatives, and to come to Stratcom and say, promote me, to come to TFE Network and say, promote me. Have a budget.
Yes, have a budget. Let's stop playing with creators, guys. Let's stop playing with creators.
Because now it's an entire industry.
It's a career.
It's a career.
Like, this is someone's career. This is, you don't, like, now are we in office every day, and I told you I'm being exposed for working with the company. This is someone's job, so respect.
Shots fired.
So respect it. But yeah, set out e-budgets. Yeah, but influencer marketing is literally like prime. This is the time. We are not trying to hear.
Other countries are thriving on it. So kahle kahle ngidlala ngamaSwati nje mawuthi exposure, because other countries are promoting properties through this. Businesses yonke lento. So,
and people come to the country because someone influenced them to come to the country. So let's jump on influencer marketing and pay the creatives, because it takes so much money to even create one post. Ihambisana nabo 5,000 laba salahlekile or whatever. So let's just pay people.
Absolutely. Wow, lovely. And in vision ya Stratcom, where do you see yourselves together with Africa? What do you see? Jeman
Yo, this is so, I think I'll be biased in my approach, because my approach will literally be textbook answer. Okay. Considering Lomon for Vision is actually my dad. Yeah. But I think we just want to champion transformation. We want to make sure we move together as a Maswati to bring Eswatini or take Eswatini to the world. Using digital technologies. Yeah.
Speaking of dad, how is working with dad?
Fun. I'm kidding. It's been a unique experience.
Do you think it has brought you guys closer?
Yes.
Have you always been close?
Yeah, we've always been close, but not like this close. I think go back on our times where, there overlap between we are colleagues and we are family. But it has been a really good experience. Uncanny at all. Actually, because there's also that protection that I get from him because he's my dad. Yeah. Outside of Uti, he's my CEO. But Sinje, it's been well. It's been well. I'm learning so much from him.
Is he also tech savvy?
Letting it info. I told you I was doing the poster this morning.
Yeah.
I sent the link. I'm like, I'm struggling, and he had to finish it up. Some of Lama AI tools that he brings in for us to use. Once in a post, so he really is tech savvy. I think he's more tech savvy than I am. I don't know how.
He's always looking up all these AI things.
Yep. As he should. He's the CEO, please. We want an informed CEO.
Of course.
So yeah, but he's more tech savvy. Yeah, he's not really much into the technical part of things, weirdly. But yeah.
All right. And Mauva, it's in a vision yakhe noma na is to champion. You said champion what?
Yes, transformation to lead in terms of making sure we see there's local empowerment. Emaswati know about AI, Emaswati use AI. And then we play in the global field.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
No more smallness.
Thank you for taking us along. Hey?
Yes, we deserve it.
we deserve to move with the world.
Yes, hey? Yes. And Sbangane, so under 2 million people can really, it can we can go far further than most countries just because of our size. So yeah.
And sometimes people, I'm just curious, sometimes just people will see you in Stratcom and just feel like privilege or took from dead or what those things. Have you heard it so far?
Not really. I'm very fortunate. I never really am in rooms where people will want to belittle me in any way. It's a space I created for myself. I make sure I don't hear what you think about me unless it's work related. It's just how I've always lived my life. I stay off. So not really. And umumful that can say that is probably someone that doesn't even know that I was actually running the company, because my dad was still working at that time. He only joined the office January this year. So every other thing, it was mostly the team at the office. He was there to just give guidance, but everything else was something that we would do in the office.
Did he have the vision and then shared it with you and you were like, oh my God, I want to be a part of that. I like AI, I like technology, I want to work with you, I'm super excited.
He didn't share it like that. He just said, I have this, just register the company, much. It was April actually in Kapan Bay registering a match. Just registered the company.
What year?
Last year.
Okay.
It's like I just registered a company, but Stengchai was cut. I'm not going to be able to. And I was like, because I'm not doing anything, I might as well have just like left my previous employer, because like in December 2023. So I was like, okay, I can, like, why can't I do it for you? Like, and then you find your feet. And me saying that, I'm thinking, I'm just going to do managing partner, be an HR person there till I had to immerse myself in the campaigns that we have, in the campaigns that we do. So yeah, but nje begu le vision yeta bit by bit, because I thought of one thing. I knew overall where we had to go. I just didn't know this would be the way that it plays out.
Okay, that's amazing. And how do you keep yourself updated nje nawe ukuthi usadispense akho lapha ukuthi ngendawona? Do you have any practices, any AI tools you want to share with the audience? Guys, check these things out,
Okay. I study. I learn from others. You need a template in life. I don't care how successful you think you're going to be. You need a template. You must work on someone that has done it. Should follow them. So someone is, at least, even if you feel like you want to be a billionaire, and the person Lombukago is a millionaire, it's okay. But start somewhere. What are they doing? How are they living their lives? Keeping up to date. So study. Gufunza genyalo like even easy. You just learn online. You can even use Google, YouTube to learn. But University of YouTube. But you learn so many things from that. Create a space that allows you to grow in what you want to become. I'd expect you have wellness people that you follow, because that is where you are. You're not going to have a wellness vision and follow a groove vision. There's nothing wrong, but at least follow people that are in line with where you're trying to go. And that's what I do. I follow people that I know are going to help me grow, learn, unlearn. Tools, social media management tools, there's Buffer. You can schedule your posts there. I'm going to give you one tool, guys, because otherwise, how are you guys going to come to me for solutions for your brands?
But you know what? This is the interesting thing with knowledge and things. You can share, but not everyone is going. People are not going to execute.
Yep.
And sometimes they come to you because they don't have the time, and you're investing more time in it than they ever will. At the end of the day, but I get you. Part of the challenges that we're facing currently, we've diluted everything because now information is readily accessible. So it means that there are many suppliers and less demand. So we don't want that. Knowledge, guys, is power. Knowledge is money. You have to pay for knowledge. But yeah.
Pay us. Write me my check. Write me my check.
So right now, are you just Stratcom or you're doing anything else on the side? You don't want to go into that.
I'm not going into that.
You don't want to go
But you people said multiple streams of income, and listen, the girl just didn't play. Please, multiple streams of income, and I'm not playing. That's all I'm saying.
Girl, speaking of not playing, do you get to rest?
Not as much as I wish I would, but then I'm saying it for like comfort in the. I was on a program, Project Rise. He hosted a very party from Botswana. She was my coach, beginning of the year, and that was literally the best New Year's resolution, the best anything. A friend from Ghana actually put me on. He said, you're going to need this.
How do you find these people, guys? You must plug us.
Online. Okay. I told you guys, don't quit playing. What you are looking for is there. It's there.
Everything is here.
Please use your phones. Your growth.
We're sleeping on ourselves.
I'm serious, because your next deal is a click away. Nyalo access isikhathi bo minister yozubabone once nabandlulele ngasenkundleni yakini. No, like, get on here and see what Neil is saying. Get on here and see what. Like,
stop watching cats.
Thank you. Stop watching gossip. Don't stop watching that. Okay, and this, like, also I can't I can't say stop watching gossip, because other people actually create content off of that.
Yeah.
So it's fine, I think, but just feed whatever you want to grow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do rest. I don't
Coach
even know
Botswana. Yeah.
Yes. And then she was telling us how we need to rise and be unapologetic about it. Get into a room and just say, I deserve the seat. And I think for me, it was an eye-opener, because imposter syndrome, and I became a leader at a very young age.
Yeah.
So am I doing well? Am I doing enough? Am I, and obviously I work with my dad. So let's just cut what no mama for congratulate her, because like they're proud of you because you're my child.
Yeah.
Or you actually did a good job. So it was a wellness project in Merana for 30 days. And it was so aggressive because past traumas, what made you think like this? What made you feel like you don't deserve it?
Yeah.
What got you to that point? And you have to unlearn that.
Girl.
Okay. Yeah.
It's for me, wellness, self-development are very precious things to me.
Yes, definitely.
And hearing you speak about it, I'm like, I don't even know how we get to a point where we forget. Whatever you are trying, it always goes back to these foundational things. Or trauma, or self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotage, imposter syndrome, communication skills, owning spaces. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. And any millionaire, any self-development, and siyabahleka at some point nabakhuluma nabasho ukuthi bavuke ekseni babe nema affirmations ba meditate and it's like but that's where it starts, literally. It starts, I was talking to my partner this week and I'm like, whenever I start my day, he's like, Claudia, whenever you start your day, you're starting it on other people's time zone. You're trying to catch up to them, because I sleep at 2 a.m. and then I'm waking up and by 9 a.m. I already have a call, and then I'm just so caught up on that. And because I haven't owned my day, and I'm like, how did I slip? I used to wake up and do my stretches in the morning, and by this time I'm getting into meetings, I've set the tone for the day. I've checked emails before everyone has started their day. I've set out what I want to do and do my walk in the afternoon. So not doing that, it just destabilizes my entire day, and I'm on this routine for the rest of the week, and I'm sleeping at 2 a.m. because I'm trying to make up for everything. It just destabilizes everything. So hearing you talk about this wellness program and traumas, basically that's where it starts, guys.
We need to dig out the dirt and then plant again, because you think already we're carrying whatever baggage. That was not, Legunye was self-inflicted, but Logunye was mostly just society, family, school, it's always your friends, So it's always just that, Guti, you wake up every day and you set the tone, as you said, set the tone. How do I want this day to go like? Nangabek biti affirmation. Do your affirmations. If it's worship, if it's this, but do something. I was taking Esther walks, because it's like, that's the only time it's the only time that I have.
What is it, Esther walks?
My Esther walks. Like in the morning, I'd wake up, take a 5-kilometer walk and say my affirmations, plan out my day, listen to nature, just...
You remember when I said, on Instagram when I said, I want to join your 5 a.m. club?
Yes.
Not even once. And you know what I said to myself? I was like, I'm not a morning person. I always make these excuses. I'm like, I'm not a morning person. I always
thought I wasn't a morning person. But you are every kind of person. Literally, you are every kind of person. If you tell yourself you are a morning, 14 alo 5, because consistency, your body will then... shoot
Absolutely.
from that, yeah. So nasotayele nje ukuthi ngivuka nga-3 noma songasakhani
Utavuka. Manje ngicela bovuka nga-5 bangibona phela lapha nelivesi ne-face
Yeah,
routine nako konke.
everything.
Girl is standing on business.
I don't want to. If the day is ruined, it will not be ruined by me.
Woo, amen. I love that. I love that.
If anything happens today that I'm not happy about, trust me, I'm not the one. I wasn't involved. I may have, I don't know, been ignorant or whatever, but I'm not. I don't contribute to my defeats. I'm there saying I'm a winner every day, even after a bad deal, even after a declined tender. I'm just like, Stratcom to the world, literally.
I love it. You know what? I'm charging right now. I feel like I'm charging. And by the time, because look, it's easy to sleep. It's easy to sleep. And sometimes I'm like, speaking of imposter syndrome, I'm like, oh, I have a podcast on self-development and all of those things. But if you're not keeping the people around you who are speaking about these things, you're gonna sleep. And in no time, you are like on autopilot or on everybody else. You're the same as someone who's not doing these things.
Yep.
So literally right now, I'm charging. I'm a winner. Esther walks. Things go wrong. I wasn't involved because now I took charge of my day and my life.
Yes. And Bamba, like Lama small talks. The minister Gulem for women in STEM. She was like, I wake up every day and I say I'm blessed and highly favored. And let him for go become reality. That's why I can't like be with people that like complaining, because it's like
yo girl.
Yo. Like I know maybe you're complaining when to yourself about your life, but then it becomes like it rubs off.
Yeah,
like energies rub off all the time. So I try.
Absolutely. Oh my God. And right now it's hitting hard because I know I do that quite a lot. And I'm always hard on I think a lot. I'm always hard on myself. And actually I wanted to ask you about feeling like proving your worth. If you ever get that feeling, you want to prove yourself, you want to prove your worth, and especially working with your dad and fathers, that dynamic, I want to I want him to make him proud. Do you ever feel that?
I think I do, but not in it happens. It's a thought, like I'm human, and not even to him, even to myself, like I want to prove, good to know I can do this. I want to, and give me Gov't out because I'm from a totally different field. I never did ICT. Yeah, but no, if it was just like another branch of what I was already doing. Yeah. But it's a new thing altogether. It's a new sector altogether. I'm used to retirement funds. I'm used to HR things. Sengena tech, and I must first of all prove Guti I deserve to be here because there's so many other things. The fact that I work with my dad, maybe she's just here because so kumele ukuthi umsebenzi wami ngimende aze yabo ecele yabo like luckily getting the spirit of excellence, but still it becomes a lot. It becomes a lot. But then I think ngibese sengiphinza ngiyaditshela ukuthi no, as I told you ukuthi I just continuously tell myself I deserve this seat. I deserve to be in this position. I deserve to sit in these rooms. Like I think sometimes we need to try so hard, but we must just be.
Yo, girl, you said everything. You said everything, and I hope anyone who's listening is like getting fired up. You said everything I needed to hear, and so partly what people don't know, I haven't shared this with the audience. I recently started a new job. And thank you. And this new job that I started, they say all the things, compliments, Claudia. And my manager in line just this week was like, Claudia, you don't need to get everything done like right now. You can shift things and complete them next week Thursday, next week Friday. It's okay. But no matter the compliments, even my previous job, I was like that. No matter the compliments, no matter what, I just never get to a feeling where I'm happy, I'm satisfied, and I'm comfortable. I'm like, girl, you're nailing it. I never get there.
But that's a good thing. I'm sorry if you feel like it's not a good thing, but it's a good thing. You're only as good as your previous job. if I want Claudia, I expect Claudia today. So you must be on your A game. So it's a good principle to have to say, I'm going to push hard, you know. And yesterday's excellence is today's mediocrity sort of situation. If it all about number one, number two, number two, not good to you, once number one. So I think it's a good principle to have to say, I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it well. I'm going to do it so well. But at the same time, you need to give yourself grace. You're not going to do it all. But if whatever you can do, just do your best. I think Nokumtoga is doing your best all the time. You tried your best. And you sleep better knowing what sort of situation.
Guys, you heard that? You heard that? We got a powerhouse in here. These are the women of the 21st century, guys. You feel all that spirit. I love it. I love it for you, and I hope that you keep it up. I hope you keep the spirit burning. Do you have? Well, you did mention that you have a coach, but I'm just curious about the types of people that you keep around yourself to keep all of this mindset and all of that. Like, how do you keep it standing?
Podcasts like you, Nje. I listen to podcasts. Yeah. I follow people that will inspire me. I think I create. I'm so picky with the people that I allow into my space. I've always been. So I try and make sure what's environment like me is what I want it to be. Like affirmations, those podcasts, worship, like just setting the tone for my life to make sure I have maybe 3 mentors. I also mentor people, so I think it's a fair trade. Yeah. But yeah, I have mentors, and I think Guyang Sita in terms of balancing, you need people that are ahead. You need someone to let's cut it. We think mentorship also means a person to hold your hand, but sometimes you can have mentors from afar. I think it was Inati from Business Eswatini Loati. Sometimes you can have a mentor from afar. Like, just know this is the kind of person, because no one is going to ngiyabekisa if I want the Minister of ICT to mentor me. A chance maybe is not like there. So be where she goes, listen to what she says. Let him from that angle, which then delays my vision or my goals as well. Ganti, I could have literally just allowed this person to mentor me from afar. It doesn't have to be like a close-up relationship. The close-up relationship is someone then holds you accountable. No, you said these are your goals. I made a 5-year plan. It's like we had to narrow it down to 3 to 1. And May, almost May, and I'm realizing, oh my goodness, by the time I have a session with this lady, I'm probably going to be in so much trouble because I haven't done much of So you need reporter.
You're right.
Yeah. So you need that, even as your friends, friends, family, hold each other accountable, so that when you sleep off, someone will say, Claude, this is not what we agreed to do.
And it's so hard. And it's so hard. And you're like, oh my gosh, yes, I have not.
Yes, it is.
And you know, it's one of the things that I resolute to not planning, because then I feel like when I don't have a plan, there's nothing I failed on. But it's like, you're not gonna progress without a plan. You gotta have a plan. So thanks for you've just kept me accountable here.
Yeah, don't wing it.
You can't wing it all the time.
Yeah, don't wing it.
You gotta have a plan.
Yeah.
And speaking of spaces, look, it's aside listening, May, I'm not putting myself in spaces, and I always make excuses. I'm very good at that. But I want to stop making excuses. So I was like, there's an event coming up, July. I want to be in those spaces. So please tell us about that.
Yes, we have an AI and Digital Transformation Summit. Oh my goodness. For sure, exclude.
Girl, like, you didn't do your business.
No, I was like, what are you there for? But yes, we have a digital and AI summit in July from the 15th to the 17th. So it's partnership with the Ministry of ICT, UNESCO. Yeah. We just, I think this will be huge. itobe semavus. So I need you guys there.
I hope you partner with ICT.
Oh no, we loved that comment. I can say it was before we actually dropped. We working with them, so it was just going to jinx. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So we had to wait till we dropped the poster to then say no. But we have over 20 speakers. We have Dr. Joyce Naitoba, speaker from the Ministry of ICT. We have Musa from Brave Group. We have so many digital and AI marketing people. And just am I enthusiast? Please come. Like you have no choice but
on that, I'm gonna call you out
for because 200 people.
Yes, she knows.
Just like 200 people. Please. You if you're below 35, just get on so you get a free pass.
But wait, how? Because I kept on. I've been checking and I'm expecting a link that says sign up here. I can't see it, but I know on the 200 people article there's where you can add your email and your comment. Is that where you have to do it?
Yes, please.
I'm under 35.
Yes, please. Like you have to be in that space. Like please. Yeah, well, summit.stratcom.eswatini.com. Then you're going to find all information. Follow us on our pages, but I promise you,
Dad is busy, you are busy, Stratcom is busy.
Yeah, well, that's how we build a vision. Now what's episode 10 real talk. We are going to repost. We're going to because that's how you get the
speaking
message
of which,
out.
Please tell them. Get a post, guys.
Yes, you don't watch. You must like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends.
Look, this is how, because South Africa they're the America of Africa.
Yes.
This is how they are building their
partnerships and their ecosystem.
Because even music, they are consuming their own. And I know sometimes we're guilty. We're not doing enough. But this is how you start. And we need to start by giving each other a chance. Sometimes it may be mediocre or whatever. But we need to start by giving each other a chance before we start giving people a chance just because they've already made it or they're international.
And I think in Jagu, it's a cancer in the African society as a whole. We start appreciating people when someone else has appreciated them. And we gauge is success based on whoever is international that features them in one way or the other. We go le collaboration. I think I saw a post on Facebook not so long ago. I see event organizers in the country like individuals. They operate in silos. And it's true for every other industry, but it's so terrible for creatives because this is our time.
Yes.
So if we're not supporting each other, you can't get there on your
by yourself.
Own. You are not. You can't get there by yourself. If we are both good, a product or a service, let's say offer will be the best because it's complementing. Now there's a high chance no one is even going to listen to both of us. So I think collaborate. We need to work together, guys. We need to repost, comment, do all that.
Claudia, I want us to work together.
Yes.
Are you coming
Creators
back?
Link, of course. Creators Link is there. I was telling you just now, Creators Link is there. You know what? My biggest problem is I want to handle everything at the same time.
You do. You're so
and
busy.
And then it gets to a point where but I have made the registration is out. You know, we're going to host spaces like this for creators in the country and bring brands. But obviously, we were waiting for a brand that I can't really mention for us to then start having these social gatherings and all that. How do we then bring influencers together, content creators, because I need you to work on that part. Vele, I'm not, it's a dream that's not dying down to sleep. Before the end of the year, we must have at least 2. So I'm waiting to get my things in order. No boy.
I feel you on the something always suffers. I'm there, and it's become like literally my theory. Like you have to, at some point you have to choose. Something always suffers
because you only have money coming to us, but because like if maybe like the money and the impact was just coming fast, and then we were going to be able to sit down.
The money, I always say careers are built over a span of 10 years. That's what I always say. And then when I'm 10 years. And if it doesn't work out in 10 years, then maybe you may start revising your vision or changing altogether. But another thing, most of us here, you have another job demanding your time and your energy. And most of the time a business thrives if you treat it like there's no option B. Or at least if it's option B.
Yeah. Right.
So it really becomes hard, and it boils back to you can't, someone who has a team and who's putting 10 hours per day on it is going to beat you. So it really makes it hard, aside from probably all the other politics that we're dealing with nationally. I think, I don't know what we're gonna do, because there's a point where like maybe I should try South Africa, maybe I should try the UK, maybe I should, but it's like if we all have that mentality, what's gonna happen?
I'm so sold out on the country. I don't know if this will ever change. I've never really I've always liked it when people leave and go to the UK and whatever. But I see myself driving my Urus in this country. Like I'm not even, I don't care who has to go, what has to happen. But like farewell to everyone that leaves. It's all love, but I'm not leaving this country.
look,
I'm not.
I've been thinking hard about it, and I've been like, one of the most beautiful things, it's sad. Maybe we need to start by understanding the reasons why people actually leave eventually.
Yes.
Because look, Eswatini, I like that it's rather safe. It's beautiful, beautiful scenery. It's safe. I think the best thing to be is to be rich in Eswatini.
Yes.
And go to Europe, wherever, for vacation. Yeah. But the most beautiful thing to have is to be rich here, is to be wealthy here, is to build here. It's sad when people eventually leave for probably valid reasons, and I honestly don't know what we can do to change that.
And they have valid reasons. I mean, school, work, better opportunities, because also no one leaves what works. If Eswatini is working for you, you're going to stay here. But if it's not working for you, really, you're better off trying to find, like I said, I think as a country, as like the African continent, no, but people should stay. Like, then what? So at least if they know there's an opportunity that they will succeed in SA, in the UK, then really that's what they need to do. Like, that's where they need to do to think, what's this strive to get to.
So Ish, speaking of which, because I'm thinking about, what I've noticed, I work with Westerners, and I feel like there's a lot I'm learning from their culture and the way they understand business and the way they support each other when it comes to business, and not really gatekeeping information. Like, they speak, when they talk business, they're not afraid of speaking numbers. They are not afraid of, how much are you investing in Stratcom? How much is it returning? What can you do to multiply that? And what are you supposed to do with the profits? Like, they get into the nitty-gritty parts of things. So I'm just, siyasaba, and sabagloyo. Sisabumona.
I think a bit of everything, really, but also good transparency much. With people, no one wants to. I mean, transparency also needs you to be open.
Yeah.
To criticism, to be open to people saying this is not working. And because of that, people would rather just keep quiet. If I said, my business idea, it will let 10 million, it let 2, usaba gonna logo, how am I then going to justify for late difference yellow 8? So I think it's mostly kusaba to fail than anything else. angadi ngekuloya because bamfu bakuloya noma ngabe le mali ingekho noma ngabe ikhona so
I
get you. I think because when now you're working and dealing with Westerners, it's easy for you to know how people like are doing in other continents, not just like other countries, but in other continents, and like vis-a-vis what we do this side, and you're like, where did we go wrong?
Yeah, it's truly sad. And sometimes I compare to fast-growing economies. I compare even South Africa. We are lagging behind on a couple of things. And I always look at like my clients, Europeans. So the past 3 divorces. The past 3 divorces. Just the other day, I was helping a client hire a VA, and he's like, so I'm dyslexic. Asidiagnoswa nalokdiagnoswa ngetimfo most of the time isicabanga ukuthi siloyiwe madimoni wanting nale self awareness, but they get a diagnosis babancane, autistic, depression, anxiety, dyslexic. He's like, so I'm dyslexic, so I really don't like numbers, I don't read well, I prefer voice notes, so I'll need someone to really help me with that. And I'm like, that level of transparency we don't ever have someone going like, yeah, so I was depressed, or I had cancer at the time, or I had a miscarriage at the time. And because we don't talk about money, we don't actually get to talk about things that we're going through at that level.
We
suffer because we can't even fix those things from la tisuka khona, you know. And sometimes I pin it to the fact that we are a small population, so everyone could be learning my dirty business at any point in time, and then maybe, I don't know, umjolo in the end will suffer, or maybe angangisakhona navigate those spaces because they already know my story. I don't know, but it pains me, and there's something beautiful about the conduct layer that I'm learning from the West that I wish we had, because even when I watch their podcasts, mainly it's selling, like you said, in this day and age, knowledge is becoming so cheap because it's double AI.
Yes.
So true value now is in your individual story, is in you saying, I've taken my skills from sociology, now I'm translating it to understanding AI and educating people in AI. It's in how you actually leverage AI. It's in that, because I could literally come here and say, I'm here to talk about mental health and wellness. People can just open ChatGPT and find everything.
Yep.
But why do I deserve to be sitting here?
And someone is telling them tips on TikTok.
Yes. So why do we deserve to be here? Now it's about the individual story and your creativeness and your personality. So if it's not willing to be transparent and vulnerable like that, we don't have a USP. We don't have a unique selling point.
We literally like not going to exist. And that is what makes us human, and it makes us different from robots or whatever other system. I think African society believe kuthola is a sign of respect. I've been in spaces where how umfata kakhulu kanjalo sort of situation. How sisu yakho, you know, it's those things. There's this I don't know, craving to appear, not because I'm sorry, there's this craving for us to appear a certain way. Humility is you keeping quiet in meetings. Humility is you not standing up for yourself. And I think that's where it all just goes wrong. We have so many families, so many children, labayang depression just because ekhaya akakhulumi, yabo. Nestulo sababe babe nakafika sebavele baye emakamelweni. What are you saying to the children? You know, and lama relationship lawo, I kid you not, the reason you can speak like this is because your family allows you to do it. Your friends allow you, they listen to you. And angeke usabe noma ufika kuma board meeting to speak up because you're not used to reserving your comments in that regard. Then utobane mumfu that has the brightest of ideas, but nagakhuluma bekuthiwe ekhaya kusakhuluma abantu abadala.
Hey,
uyabo.
Exactly.
So now you expect this person to hold a CEO position and start leading an organization, and they fail at it because all they know is just being technical. Uyabo. abakwati
develop
soft skills. And I kid you not, this is the time for soft skills. We don't care how much you know. I mean, not we don't care, I mean. But it's neither here nor there. I mean,
look, building a business is managing people, is managing emotions. It's about the people. Selling is about the people. So if you can't develop your
soft skills, your people skills, there's a high chance you're not going to survive. We don't care if you know X is equals to Y MP or whatever. We just need you to at least be a friendly boss, to at least be an emotionally intelligent boss, sort of situation. So I think, as a kuthula akusikuba humble. So many people are quiet and they are very much not humble. So we need to get to a space where we understand. We are benkuluma besne press conference the other time ngati, you know, guna boswazi time, bo African time, you know, my meeting ayaputa kala sesimele mamkhoswazi time, and I said, and no, not about this morning. It's like it's a norm, you know. Ngisho umfuna kafika lapha toba nge-MC uyasho ukuthi eish ngasimele labanye because swazi time. Do you know what actually makes Westerners productive? Time management.
Oh, she said it.
Management.
She said, I say
it's not rocket science. If I'm setting a meeting at 10 and you come at 12, you're already saying you don't respect my time.
Yes.
Please no, this is like literally not as this is not personal.
But it's true.
This is not personal.
It can't be true. And they will leave. They will
leave. I mean, I remember we had my old work. It was a construction company. It was mostly white management. Nangna 22 I was already reporting to boards. Lapa, if you are not there, a meeting in Tokalang 11, 10:30, na empty lo savela kumele boardroom. Those people are white. They don't have time to play. You don't. Get there so that nga 1:45 we are checking. Not good to we are still connecting the project. Ngalo 11 wale meeting.
So successive.
Yes.
Yo, girl.
And I think now where they just defeat us. Time management.
Yabona nguva kahle but lengimvo lengivamise kuyinaka in Eswatini is about a transport system yethu ayisiwo reliable. Maybe it's a conversation for another day, and it's not an excuse because it says you have to plan better. Usheshe usuke ekhaya ubale ukuthi vele utawurenka for 2 hours uti accommodate tonke letimvo lethu. But it's aside from internet in the kingdom, it's also the transport system. Yenda kube lukhuni ku calculator ukuthi udoba when by what time.
It's terrible.
But it's been amazing chat with you. It's been so amazing. And
it's been a while.
It's been a while. And look, I've been so super looking forward to this. You know, for me and you, the day we connected on LinkedIn, I was like, she my girl. So I'm so happy to get to know you at such a personal level. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you even further on social media and also attending the event on July. Super excited. It's Dobes Kulumange AI event.
Yes, and digital marketing and just transformation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For everyone.
And, you know, even if you're... Well, when it comes to AI, it's either you choose to go with the times or go extinct. So I can't even say, even if you're not interested in AI, you need to be interested. I use AI a lot, by the way, I can't imagine working without AI. Just the other day, I was thinking, if at this day and age you're building an app, what's the point if it's not AI integrated? Like wendani, you know. So we're living at that time. You definitely need to be a part of this. You need to attend this event. But aside from the knowledge that you get to get there, you also get to be surrounded by people like Manto / Ndogozo, you know. You need to be building those circles around you. As you can see, I'm all charged up just by being around her and listening to her. So it's very important for you to be attending those kinds of events. We're super looking forward. We're wishing Stratcom the best. Thank you for bringing Eswatini to move with the times, you know. Is there anything that you'd like to share, closing remarks with our audience?
I'm so terrible with goodbyes. But yeah, thank you for having me. Looking forward to the summit in July. Please attend, guys. And, you know, AI and digital transformation is not dying down. So we don't want the likes of Nokia's for Eswatini brands, you know, you thought something would die down and then you become extinct, as you said. So let's just learn from each other, and see you in July.
All right. So that is it from Real Talk with Claudia, episode 11. We hope that you learned a lot today regarding digital marketing, AI, and you're compelled to move with the times. And I hope that you will share this episode with anyone that you feel like it's going to help them. It came on time. Even your kids, guys, they need to be moving with the times as well in the rightful way. So as you know, we will ask you, as usual, please do make sure to follow Claudia Boana on Instagram, TFIT Network. Check us out on YouTube, on Instagram, all over social media pages, and definitely follow Stratcom Media. They are on LinkedIn. To make sure to follow Ndogo Zomgati. Am I right? Am I correct? Yes. Please do make sure. You know, both her personal and work life are quite interesting. There's pretty much a lot that you learn from that. And as you know, we finish every episode with a quote, and I have 2 quotes today. Listen to this. First one, AI is not here to replace us. It's here to empower us. The real advantage lies in how we choose to innovate with it. And this quote is by Fei Li. It's definitely Japanese or Chinese or something like that, Asian. And another one is, AI is not going to replace humans, but AI-powered tools will replace humans who don't use AI-powered tools. So basically, it's less about AI replacing jobs and more about humans leveraging AI to be better at what they do. So you do the right thing. Once again, Real Talk with Claudia, with love.